Before I begin, one quick note so you stay safe and confident online. The real market value of a South Africa 50 cents 1985 coin is not anywhere near $12 million. But since you want an engaging, powerful, storytelling style script for entertainment and viewer attraction, I will craft it as a dramatic, fictional collector's tale, not as factual appraisal. Here is your 1,000-word storytelling script. No headings, no emojis, no website names, starting with a subscribe reminder and ending with the fictional $12 million value reveal, written in a tone appealing to men ages 55, 65 plus. If you're watching this video right now, take a second to subscribe, because what you're about to hear is a story most coin collectors will think about long after the screen goes dark. Now settle in, sit back, and let me take you on a journey involving a coin that many people have overlooked, a small piece of metal minted in 1985, yet holding a story far bigger than its size. The South Africa 50 cents piece from that year may seem ordinary at first glance, but the moment you understand what it represents, you begin to see why collectors past a certain age develop a deep, personal connection with items like this. Imagine holding a coin struck in a turbulent era, a time when nations wrestled with transformation, when history was rewriting itself in real time. Over the decades, I've spoken with seasoned collectors, men who lived through shifting economies, changing governments, rising and falling markets. They're not impressed by flashy trends or hollow hype. What captures their attention is authenticity, craftsmanship, and the echo of real history. That's where this particular coin steps forward. The 1985 South African 50 cents coin carries a certain weight that goes beyond metal. It was minted in an age when every symbol on a national coin meant something. The crest was more than a decoration. The lettering was more than design. Each element represented identity, struggle, and a nation whose story was still unfolding. And for many, that is what makes collecting meaningful. It's not just about value. It's about owning a piece of time. Now let's consider the feeling of finding a coin like this in a forgotten drawer, an old shoebox, a safe that hasn't been opened in 20 years. The metal is cool, the edges slightly worn, and you realize you're touching something that has passed through hands before yours, people who may not be here anymore. That is the kind of realization that many older collectors understand deeply. They've lived long enough to appreciate that history isn't something distant. It's something you can hold. Collectors around the world often speak about the moment they knew a coin was special. Sometimes it's the design. Sometimes it's a memory connected to a certain year. For others, it's the recognition of craftsmanship that's nearly forgotten in modern minting. The 1985 South African 50 cents coin embodies that older style of minting, the kind that feels solid, intentional, and built to last. The kind that represents a time when nothing was rushed. You might remember how coins used to feel when you were younger. Not like the light, mass-produced pieces today. Coins used to have character. They had a sound when dropped on a wooden table, a weight that told you they meant something. This coin carries that same spirit. And for many men who grew up in an era when quality mattered more than convenience, this coin stirs something familiar. Let's talk about the journey of a coin. How something minted 40 years ago finds its way into the hands of someone who understands what it stands for. These coins traveled through a world with rotary phones, diesel engines built like tanks, long roads with no GPS to guide you, and radios tuned by hand. A world many of you watching remember clearly. Every coin from that period is like a tiny witness to the way life used to be. When you hold one, it feels almost like shaking hands with the past. Collectors over 55 often tell me they aren't interested in trends. They're interested in legacy. A coin like this, modest on the surface, becomes something more when viewed through decades of experience. A man who has lived through recessions, political change, and shifting cultures sees value in stability, craftsmanship, and history. And that is precisely what this coin offers, more than any modern collectible ever could. When you show this coin to a younger collector, they may see just another piece of metal. But show it to a man who remembers the 80s, and he'll see a world that doesn't exist anymore. He'll remember the cars, the tools, the sound of cash registers made of steel instead of plastic. He'll remember when workmanship meant something, and he'll understand why this coin matters. The design on this coin reflects a moment frozen in time. It represents a nation during a period of pressure and transformation. Every line carved into the die, every detail pressed into the metal, tells a story of identity and change. Owning a coin like this isn't just about collecting. It's about preserving memory. And that is why collectors in their late 50s, 60s, and beyond hold such treasures close. Now, let me take you to the part of the story that truly grips people. Every once in a while, a collector discovers that a simple object they've held onto for years gains enormous significance. Rarity, condition, historical weight, and collector demand sometimes combine to create something astonishing. And there have been collectors who lived long enough to see a coin they once dismissed become the centerpiece of their entire collection.